Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. On the away sideline, that's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. These guys playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making the long trip to the East Coast. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And we're underway in Atlanta. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL. You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Robinson, a first down and more. And he's finally brought down up to the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Penix here from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down carry for Algier. Into the second level past the 30. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's second down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the shotgun, Penix hits his running back. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Running for it. Here's Algier. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it first and goal.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Here he goes on the bootleg. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Now it's a bootleg for him. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Throwing now off play action. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. You're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Setting up the running back screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Rolling out to his left. He's got London left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 6 coming up here. Robinson on the inside give. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, Just find a way to get him the ball.
Penix on third down. Pass complete to Robinson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Algier on first down. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now lead by 10. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Extra point by Kuhn is up and good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
14, Seahawks 3. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Seahawks are ready for another drive on offense as Jackson Smith-Njigba heads out. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. To Walker on the check down. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
He's out near midfield and still going. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Offense set for a first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up with a loss of yards.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To throw. Here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You got to be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a first down. Here's Darnold to throw. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now they need to get 4 on third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But if that defense was flying around and making the play.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
This is Walker on second. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And it's a dime look from the Falcons now. Third down coming. Darnold looking to throw. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. Now they're up against it here on 4th down. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. A very short kick here from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Penix on the crosser. And he's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Algier running behind center. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Play action. Here's Penix. Buying some time left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
You know, you don't have to be an elite scrambler or the fastest in a 40 time to make a play like that. All you need is awareness. See where the marker is and know when it's time to go get it yourself.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
3rd down, it's Penix. Finds his back, it's Robinson. He's still going at the 30. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line, he's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Penix is going to throw again. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he expected him to go up and get that or not, Kate, or if that was the only spot he felt like he could deliver it safely. This guy's got the goods to bring those types of throws in, but not this time.
And again, it's Penix. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Robinson. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. He's got some laundry on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So they get dings for the holding. You got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. And oh, he got it! Interception! Rick Woolen with the INT.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make has got a consequence. Some good, some bad. That one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
They kick the running back in motion. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Darnold now to throw. That's JSN. Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Throwing here, Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Trying to work quickly now.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He is popped immediately, and the ball's out! And they steal it back on the return.
Call that equivalent of a wild pitch when it comes to baseball, Cage. It's a catastrophic breakdown in mechanics at some point during that snap, and it leads to, well, several seconds of chaos, and unsurprisingly, a turnover on downs.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. Drake London with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons lead by 15 now.
Seahawks 6. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing the out route complete.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Near the goal line. And this will be a pickup of about 3. Is that enough to convince them to go for it here? Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Let's go now.
A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. So entering the locker room.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much.
It's time to hear from
the
Scott
calendar
Hansen.
now
He's got our
reads
EA Sports
December.
halftime
The
report.
holiday season is upon us, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now at Ford Field in Detroit. The Lions at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And it's the All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Lions come away with a victory. They win by 6. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Jaylen Warren. And this will turn into one of the best plays of the week. He's gone. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers with a 2-touchdown lead, 17-3 the score. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And it's the former number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to take this one himself, 2 touchdowns throwing as well. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for that look around the league, Scott. Now let's turn our attention back to this one as we get set to begin our third quarter. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now Darnold. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 10.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw, here's Darnold. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Darnold finds him over the middle. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season, no sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 19. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Out to his wide, and it's a screen. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Throw left side, caught by Davis. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Darnold looking to throw. Steps up, and he's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Now an inside give to Walker. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he gets this down at the 13-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. It's Walker on the option. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll go play action. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks get it back to within 1 score.
Seahawks 13.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Agnew on the return. Dukes out a 1-stop, and this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play fake. Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects with the open man downfield. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
Penix here from the gun. Complete out to the right. Nice work there to cancel out the penalty and then some. That's 9 yards, 2nd and 6 coming up. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
On 2nd down, Robinson. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Penix finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. He's trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He gets loose down the right side. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On first down, here's Penix. Batted away at the line, incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Running left is Robinson. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Their work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Penix working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. You got to be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
A toss snap to Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
They did it! He made the interception! Kobe Bryant has it!
Not just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Hits him on the in route. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He has it on the QB sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Looking to throw it this time. His pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. That is Cox. This is Fant working downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Here's Darnold to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Brings up 2nd down at the 48-yard line.
From the 48. He keeps it and takes off. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Now we'll see the medical team head out to the Seahawks. Have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun. He gets it to Fant. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And this one doesn't go far. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. Wow, he's about as close to the 1st as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
He'll try to do it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign him for it.
Cut out left. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down from the red zone. He's got it near the 8. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Darnold. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And now they face 2nd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Right side, cut by Davis. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Back to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Put the body on the line for his team. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a handoff for Algier. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Robinson on the inside give. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run the draw with Robinson. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Falcons.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew.
That's how my defense plays when he doesn't give the CPU broken tackles and catches in double coverage. This is a good defense.